Good morning, everybody. We are live, and I have my beautiful cousin Valentina, all the way from Portofino,
Hi.
Italy.
Hi
Valentina,
to everybody.
thank you so much for coming on, Valentina. Grazie
Thank
tanto.
you too.
Grazie mille.
Thank you. I
So,
apologize. I already apologize for my English because I don't speak English since a lot of years.
yeah, no, her English is beautiful, everybody. She studied it in, you studied in elementary school and high school and
Yes.
in
I
college?
stopped. Before going to university
You stopped, and you
at
have
the
been
colleges.
you have been able to maintain it. Incredible. Are you able to use your English like daily with someone? Do you speak English with somebody, or
I try to do this
yeah,
when I go on honeymoon with my husband. We went to Australia and we had to talk in English.
yeah,
So we do a repass, no?
yeah. Which is this is why I love to call Valentina's mother and my other cousins in Italy, because it helps me keep my Italian, because if you don't speak it, then you lose it. So it's important to try to speak it as often as you can. As a matter of fact, Valentina says to me, she said, okay, you speak to me in English, and no, Valentina said, you speak to me in Italian and I'll respond to you in English. So we can both practice our language with each
Yeah.
other. Because I've been away from Italy for 50 years. 50. Yeah, 50 years, long time, right? So sometimes I struggle with my words a little bit. I think you do much better than I do with speaking English than me speaking Italian. I sometimes lose my words. But I just want to say hello to some people that have come in. And let's see, we have Dolly. I heard what is happening over there. I hope your family is okay. Yes, and we have Secret Agent is in the house. And thank you so much for the £2 super chat. That's very generous of you, always, always so generous. And Heather, the reseller, thank you. Thank you for being here. And Larry and Chris and Donna, Flippin' Frozen, and Cha-Cha, the junking data girl. I call her Cha-Cha. And Flippin' Hustler, Penny Day, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. June, my lovely friend, thank you. Bobby, hi, honey. And Bolo Buddies, thank you for being here. Retro Dolly and Betty Webb, Janine, Boatman, hello there. Thank you for coming. Never Ending Saga and Misty's Adventure. Thank you. Thank you, everyone that has tuned in. And let's see, my 17-year-old son went to school trip to Italy last year. He is saving to come back. He loved it. Well, especially where Valentina lives is absolutely beautiful. Portofino is such a beautiful region of Italy, and I do want you to show everybody right outside your windows, right outside your balcony. I want you to show everybody.
Probably there is a lot of lights. I don't know if you can see.
Look at where she lives, you guys. Look at that. That's what she looks out to. That's Portofino right there. That's what she looks out to, and that's where I grew up. I spent my childhood a passeggiare through the streets of Portofino, where we would go and visit Valentina's grandfather, which is my uncle. And it was absolutely beautiful. So I just want to thank Valentina so much for taking the time. It's 6 o'clock in the evening there. So it's I want to just, thank you so much for joining me. I think people just really want to know the truth, what's going on, because we have so many conflicting stories. And, if anybody has questions in the chat, please, you can put them in with question marks so that I can see them, and we can answer any questions. But I'm going to start by asking Valentina a few questions that I know are questions that people are wondering about. So everybody's quarantined where you are.
Everybody is invited to stay at home. Now the order is to stay at home, because if we stay at home, we can try to stop or at least to slow down the epidemic. It's the only way.
Okay, so when you say invited to stay at home, it's mandated, isn't it, by the government to stay home?
It's an order. Now it's an order.
It is an order.
Yeah.
Okay, and so how many days are you ordered to stay home?
If I understand well, we have to stay at home until 3 of April.
Okay, until April 3rd. And when was it mandated or suggested, or when did they?
No, think that police is controlling people who is circulating to understand if they have the right to circulate, because you have to go out only to shop food, to go to the pharmacy, and then you have to return to your home.
Okay, so
for going at work, if you have to go to work, if you do a work that you can stop, for example, if you work in a supermarket, because other shops and restaurants, bar, school, everything is closed now.
Everything is closed.
Yes.
Okay, so when I was talking to Robertina, who my cousin that from my other side of my family, my cousin that lives in Sicilia, in Messina, she said that the police gives you a special form, and you must have this form. Tell us about that a little bit.
Yeah, is now we call auto certification. So you declare on your own under your own responsibility that you are circulating for work, and they control these things. You have to have it, but if you don't, the police will help you to complete the form with them.
Oh, they'll help
if they stop you.
If they stop you. Okay, because Robertina said that they are issuing hefty fines. Like they will una multa. They don't know no multa. Like they give you a hefty fine if you don't.
Yes, I don't know how many.
Yes.
But here you risk also denuncia.
Denuncia. Denuncia è una multa? No. Denuncia.
No, it's a penal. I don't know the translation.
That's okay.
If you want, I ask my husband to search.
No. Okay. Aspetta. Denuncia is like a penalty, like a warning. When a denuncia is like a warning, like you get this warning, and
more or less,
yes, una denuncia. And if you get caught again, then there's a chance that you get la multa. You have to pay, but you don't know what that is.
If I write, if I read well, you can risk the prison, but
right.
In practice, I don't know if you risk really.
And is there a limit to how many times you can go out of the house per day?
No, there's no limit, but you have to go out to do a big shop, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to go out a lot of times because you want to buy meal in a shop or fruit in another. You have to choose the shop more close to you.
Yes.
Okay, so you have to auto-limitate the walk out. Okay.
So how long has it been since you've been out of the house, you and your husband? How often do you go out?
Since Monday, if I understand the questions.
Monday, okay. But your husband is a postal worker, postino.
Yes.
Postino.
Yes.
So does he go to work every day? Is he leaving?
he used the vacation day that he had to do, that he has to spend for this week.
Mm-hmm.
And then for other reason that about our special affair, he can stay at home with the baby.
Oh, okay.
I work at home, but working I can taking care of Elia. So he does it while I'm working.
So maybe it's kind of, it's called,
Other people who does his work are working.
they are working every day.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
mail delivery has not been suspended. You get mail every day.
No, but they have to respect some rules. They don't consegnare. They deliver things, but not at person. They have to leave things outside.
Okay. And so they have implemented a law where you have to stay 1 meter away from any other human being. 1 meter. So that's 3 feet, more or less. And now, what about if you're a mom and you have small children and, you have to hold their hand? And I mean, did the police come to you and say, or you have an elderly mother that needs support?
The distance, you have to respect the distance with people with have symptoms. Okay.
Yes.
Even if he's in your family. Okay. So if I have symptoms, it's better that I don't care about my baby, and it's better that I try to take distance, to respect the distance with my husband. But if you don't have the symptom, is so impossible, because to respect the distance, you would have to have a bathroom for you. No, but no, all people have 2 bathrooms in his house, in their house. Okay.
No, yeah.
So in family, everybody's stay fine, he's fine, you can't respect the distances. You have to respect it with other people, where you are in a supermarket, when you are at the pharmacy, and this is so important, because the way of passing is in steep, so you don't have to talk too close to people,
because they're afraid you are spray the spit on someone. So it's transmitted through spit, nasal, and you also said eyes, right? It can be transmitted.
So, you don't have to touch your eyes, to touch your mouth, to touch your nose with the dirty hand. You have to wash your hands like you're a surgeon. So you have to wash your hand a lot with the normal soap or soap and water, and you have to count until 20 or 40. There's a lot of way of thinking, but you have to wash it a lot. And if you don't have soap and water, you can use here we have amuquina, something that disinfect, that it's able to disinfect.
Yeah, we also do too. It's antibacterial. It's antibacterial.
Okay. Yes.
But there's a shortage in this country. You can't.
And another thing important that is not common to think is that if you wash your hands and then you go home and then you touch your phone again after you're washing your hands, isn't useless. So you have to disinfect the phone, because the phone, we use it in the car, at the office, We leave it on the table.
Yeah.
We do it everything with the phone. So the phone has to be disinfected.
Yes, the phone has a lot of germs because we're talking into it, and
Yeah.
you know, especially this part of the phone, I can imagine would contain a lot of the
But
virus.
when you are in your car or outdoor, you touch it with dirty
Yes.
hands. So you have to disinfect. So it's useless.
Exactly. So I'm curious, and I'm sure a lot of people in the chat are curious. And if you guys have questions, I'm trying to look at the chat while we're talking, and we'll answer some of the questions. And I want to say hello to some people that just came in. My friend Kimberly just came in. Kimberly, thank you for joining. And Jason Thrift Trader and Texas Tigress, thank you. Mimi Resals and Steve Judgment Care. Francis, hello everybody. Thank you for being here. And so when we were talking yesterday, you said that Italy was really hard hit because, especially in the zone, in the region that you lived, you referred to it as zone red or zone 1. What did you say to me yesterday? The zone.
Red zone.
Red zone.
We are so close to the red zone, and now all the state has been declared red zone. So for the reasons I told you,
Right.
But Italy seems to be the country with more cases. But in my opinion, in the opinion of a lot of people here, is that Italy has been able to make the diagnosis.
Correct.
Diagnosis, okay?
Yes, diagnosis, yeah.
Before the others. And to start making swaps to suspicious cases. Okay? Yeah. So the epidemic's everywhere. Yeah. Not in Italy.
And the red zone is so close to you because
because the first patient was an healthy and sportive 38 years old man. Okay,
a 38-year-old man. And was he healthy, Valentina? Was the
healthy and sportive?
Healthy. Yeah, so that's really important. See, that just gave me goosebumps when you said that, because here in this country, they're saying, and Boatman, one of my viewers says, thank you, Valentina, with a heart. He gave you a heart and he said, thank you, Valentina. Yeah, we really appreciate you coming on.
I drink a coffee.
Oh, espresso.
An Italian coffee.
Yes, my
husband.
Sure. My husband just made me some. Maybe I can get him to bring me a little cup also. So in this country, it circulates that anybody who's healthy and doesn't have health risks, doesn't have pulmonary problems, doesn't have a compromised immune system, that generally is healthy, not to be so concerned, is what they're telling us in the news. You know, they're saying don't be so concerned about it. It's the people that are not healthy and small children. I guess there's not too many reports about small children, but you are saying that this person that contracted the first case, 38-year-old healthy Italian.
I've written some phrases because I want to be clear. Okay, yeah. So I read this.
So she did some homework, you guys. She did some research and she did some homework. Woo! Look at that, Valentina. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do all that work, but thank you.
Okay. I find it. Hold on. The first case is that man, okay?
Yes.
And that man has developed a serious form of pneumonia, for which he was intubated for almost a month. Okay? Now is able to breathe again alone, so is coming at home. His wife was expecting a baby, and she was affected too, but in a much less severe form.
Okay.
Okay. The part of population with major risk is over 65 years old. okay? And people with health problems, for example, heart problems, immune system problems, and other diabetes, blood pressure problems. But that doesn't mean that young and healthy people are totally safe.
Yeah.
Okay. And the first patient is the proof.
Yes, of course. Yep.
Not for everyone, this epidemic can be serious, because you can do it like an asymptomatic. So you can don't have a symptom. And in my opinion, it's the worst thing, because you feel well, so you do your life, and in transmitting the epidemic to people, to old people, to sick people that would probably develop a serious form. Okay, this is the problem.
So some people can some people can carry it and not know it and not have any symptoms whatsoever,
And
but
not develop the real illness. Okay,
really,
so I can do the epidemic, but never discover it.
okay. So Sylvia has a question. She said, where did he get it? Where did the first man that brought it to Italy, did they say, did he travel abroad? Did he go to China? Was he, I think you said that he lived in a resort community right near your community where a lot of families
we didn't find the patient 0. We didn't find it. We have the patient 1. Initially, it's a manager. He's a manager, and he had contact with China and people who went to China. But that people that came from China for job didn't have the epidemic. So they are not the contact.
Yeah.
And we didn't find the real first person who transmits to the patient 1.
To station 1. And station 1, you mean?
It seems that he came from German, but I don't think, I'm not sure. So journal in their way.
Okay, so this is a very important question that we struggle with this in the United States. So we have many news stations, and some people say that certain news stations are what they call fake news, and some news stations bring actual news. Do you have that in Italy? Do you have so much controversy with news channels? And do you have many, like you have, I'm sure you have CNN, you have Fox, you have these stations?
Oh, fake news here in Italy come from not professional website or journal. Okay. So if I wake up and I create a website and I write my things, and then I make circulate these things, a lot of people do the error to believe. And in this way, we have fake news. Journal don't transmit fake news, but they manipulate the news to make bigger or no bigger. Okay. At the beginning, not all the population understood the real seriousness of the situation. Then the TV and the professional journalists created panic. Woman dead, woman dead. 88 years old woman dead.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Probably she
was sick.
Would dead
anyway.
In any way. Okay.
Yeah.
Or with a normal epidemic of the season.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But now we all understand that it's not a normal epidemic. It's something more.
Yes.
Something more. Because old people are, when they say old people, it's not only my grandma or my grandpa. It can be my mother. My mother is not old.
No.
Okay.
No, she's my age.
Because if you have a problem, a healthy problem,
yes,
you can superare. You can go through this and go then, okay?
Yeah.
Or not.
Yeah.
And the problem is that I can, if you want, I can tell you for what I know, the characteristic of this epidemic is so easy to pass it. Yes. Too easy. Okay. Yeah. And so
no, take your time. Valentina, you're doing incredible. Your English is just so good. It's so good. Valentina, I want to ask you, do you have on your TV, do you have CNN?
No.
CNN. No, you don't have CNN. Do you have Fox News?
Fox? No, because we don't have. And I don't know if I have. If I can say, no, we don't have pay TV.
Okay, so you don't get the big. Do you have BBC? BBC from England, the BBC channel.
I know this station, but we don't watch TV.
Okay, we don't watch TV either.
Yeah.
So my friend Steve is asking SBS News. SBS? No. So where do you get your news? Local news only?
I see sometimes TV now that there is this problem on my phone, and journal and TV station tell every time the same things. So we watch one time and then it's the same. So
okay, I just want to say to my friends in the chat, you guys share this on your Facebook pages and share it with your friends. This is so informative. I mean, can you imagine they don't get, she doesn't get, these are two educated people and they're not getting, the CNN and those other news stations. This is like really.
I read sometimes with my phone, I go to ANSA.
To where?
ANSA. ANSA. .it.
ANSA. Yeah, see, I've never heard of that. I don't know if anybody in the chat has heard of ANSA. I have no idea, but we have 83 people in the room right now. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming out this morning or this afternoon, or in Valentina's case, it's evening. We can see the sun going down. It looks so beautiful. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. And so go ahead, Valentina. You were about to read something to us that I think is really important to you, because you needed to take a step back, and I saw that you kind of took a deep breath. So I can see that it's something that's very important that you want to share with us. And thank you so much. I love you so much. Thank you so much for doing this. Okay, go ahead, honey.
Okay. Now, I've already said it, but I want to repeat. It's too easy to pass from a person to another.
Yes.
Too much. It can hit the respiratory system, and in severe cases, it can cause serious form of pneumonia. And also that if you have a problem, if you don't have if your body don't have the strength to go through this, okay? The victims are at the moment mostly older people, and people not too old, but with health problems. But it's a problem of any one of us, because it's the selfishness of people that allows the epidemic to expand. Because if I go with all my friends in a restaurant, we create a place where we can develop. Probably I can, being asymptomatic, I can create a problem to another person. Okay. So is this the reason why we have to stay at home now? Scientists are studying the epidemic to discover, for example, how to fight it, because now we don't have the cure, and to discover how long it's able to maintain its strength out of the body and on surfaces. Okay, because they don't really know. They don't know really how much time it resists.
Right. They have no idea.
No, there is no medical treatment now.
There's none.
No. If the news are true, they are experimenting medicine for other things that seems to help people with serious form of this epidemic. Okay.
Okay.
This is why they write on journal,
Right.
but it's so not preciso. They are vague.
They're
They are. They write things, but not with precision. I don't know how to tell you.
Okay.
They do an article.
Yes.
To do it. Okay.
Yes.
But
a trial.
I will.
Trial. Maybe it's a trial. Maybe that's the word that you're looking for. It's not.
Trial? No. Cercami un po'.
Vague, not precise.
Brava.
Yeah, vague, not precise.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
they tell these things, so they write an article. They are paid for.
Right.
But I think that there is something real in what they write. Okay.
Okay. I have a question. So where you live, which is literally a 10-minute walk, Portofino, some of the richest people in the world come there as their vacation, and the tourism in Portofino is tremendous. It's the number one. It's absolutely beautiful, and the tourism. Tell me the impact these businesses are having, and are people still visiting? Is flights coming into Italy have been suspended?
No, hotels now are closed. In Portofino, I think that everybody closed their activities.
That's
like right here, yeah.
I remember as a young girl coming there, we would, andare passeggiare, through Portofino, we would go for these walks, up
now it's not time to take a walk in Portofino.
But are people, I guess the question is are people walking around in Portofino? Is there,
no, streets are deserts now.
They're deserted. Businesses are closed, shops, streets, everything's closed. There's nobody walking around. No tourism at all.
There is a measure, a government measure.
Yes.
That has take a list, no?
Yes.
Of what can be open or not.
Closed.
Okay.
Okay, like for example, a coffee shop can't be open.
No.
A coffee shop cannot be open.
No.
A gift shop can't be open. So Portofino, which consists of mostly coffee shops and gift shops and all of that, it's just closed. Is there flights coming into Italy? Do you know? Is the airport closed?
I don't know, but there is an airport in Genoa, but I don't know now the traffic, how it is regulated.
Yeah, you don't know about that.
No.
And, so how is the government?
I know that probably if there is traffic in here, when you arrive, they control your temperature. But yes, but it doesn't mean nothing. It means nothing, because first, you can be asymptomatic. Second, you can be in a silent period, because this epidemic has a silent period that goes from 2 to 11 days with a maximum of 14. So if you are in the first part of this silent period, you're controlled, but with no reason.
What about gas stations? Is there plenty of gas? Gas is always a problem in Italy. Is for you guys that don't know, sometimes gas stations run out of gas just for no reason.
I think those gas stations are one of the activities that can be open or not. I don't know, because staying at home, I don't have the need
to go out with your car.
To go, yes.
In a lot of your stores.
But I think so. I think that they are open.
Yeah, and
because of the if you think that supermarket have to be come si dice, riempiti, filled up.
Yes, the supermarkets have to be filled up. And Alan asks, yes, we her husband, this is my cousin, and her husband is a postal worker, and the mail is still being delivered. I just wanted to answer that question. And Michelle P is from Australia, and she wants to know, do your shops have good supplies? The supermarkets, do they have good supplies? And somebody else asked in the chat, is toilet paper a problem? Carta igienica. Carta igienica. Carta igienica. Non c'è carta igienica in this country. There's no carta igienica. Toilet paper.
I don't have that problem, and I hope to don't have it. But here there is. When I went the last time in a supermarket, there was no problem.
Okay.
But I don't know that in this moment, because I'm at home from a lot of time. Sorry, that my husband told me.
If your husband wants to come on screen, he's no. He's welcome to. They bounce off each other with the English language.
He's telling me what is happening in Australia, because
what's happening in Australia? Well, I'm hoping. Yes, I'm hoping to have my friend Kathy, she's like a sister, tomorrow.
When in the first part of this problem here in Italy, there were some days of panic. People assaulted supermarket, and
assaulted. That's a good word. They assaulted the supermarkets. Yeah. She's got
as we will go in war.
Yeah.
As we would have to go in war.
Okay. So Valentina, when I was, and I know different regions of Italy are taking it in different, there's different degrees of severity. But when I was talking to Robertina, she said to me that they've actually opened up food places for people that are not working, can't pay their bills, don't have money to buy food, that they have lines where you can go and you can get flour, sugar, I can't remember what else she said, butter, cheese, things like that. Do you have places in Portofino where they've opened up?
Portofino.
No.
But there is. I don't know here.
You haven't heard of places like that? You haven't heard?
It will be. It will be.
Yeah. So yeah.
But I don't know where and how they work.
Yes.
If you have to go, or they know the family in that situation, so they go at home.
Maybe in a city more like Rapallo, which is maybe a little bit further out from Portofino, which is more city. Maybe they have something there for the people in Rapallo or Genova. I don't know. Maybe some
more Genoa.
More Genova.
Rapallo is too little.
Money, Rapallo. Yeah, so maybe not in those communities. And so there was a question in the chat.
There is a service for poor people all the years. So it continues to do the same thing.
Yeah. So there was a
Yeah.
question. There was
people who can't work now, but I don't know how they will deal with these people. How they would help.
Okay, so our supermarkets, our supermercado, is the shelves. You know, there's nothing left. People have panicked, and they have bought paper towels, toilet paper, shampoo, cleaning supplies. I mean, they have. Did that happen in Italy when they first?
Yeah.
Everybody came. So, and then the supermarkets replenished, and everybody kind of relaxed a little bit. Yeah.
I hope that people will understand that they will find soap and food for all these periods. So
there's no need to
I can understand the panic, but not at all.
Yes. And so there's no need to go and worry about stocking up a whole bunch of stuff, because it's
you have to stay at home.
Just stay at home.
You're not in the Second World War and not in the Third World War.
Yes.
And if you hit something, something less, you will have a perfect body for the summer.
Yeah, exactly. Because you'll be eating less, is what she's saying. You'll have a perfect body for summer, less food.
I want to tell you one thing, that we don't have to go and panic. It's okay. But there is a thing that I write because I want you to know that is too important.
Okay.
And a problem is the possibility that doctors and nurses can get sick. And they can pass the epidemic as symptomatic or as asymptomatic, and also stop working because of it. And when we finish the doctors, we are not able to cure ourselves. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
And it's just happened. One died.
A doctor?
Yes. Or two. In Lombardy, hospitals are full. Doctors and nurses are exhausted. There are prisoners in the hospital working day and night. There is no more specialization. There are oncologists that give up to specialists of epidemic. Okay, yeah. They do the possible. And staying at home, we are trying to slow down and it's important.
Isn't she great, you guys? Look at the time that she took to cover all of these subjects and really let us know what's going on. And you know, this is the real truth. This is coming from someone who don't forget questions. There are windows open and people singing. Oh yes. I will cover that, Donna. Don't worry. Go ahead, Valentina. Go ahead, honey.
If people become ill all together in the same time, we don't have enough bed reanimation or intensive care bed. So yeah. If a lot of people go through a severe form, we don't have the strength and the people and the beds to cure.
Yes.
Okay. So is this the reason why we have to stay at home? Because in the next 2 weeks, probably a lot of people will manifest symptoms.
Yes.
They can take care of these people. So if other people will go through this epidemic after these 2 weeks, probably there will be a place for them in the hospital. But if everybody gets sick in the same moment,
yes, that's World War I.
Doctors would have to choose how to save.
Yes. So, Valentina, when did you and your husband decide that you were staying home? Was it before it was mandated by the government, or did you make that decision yourself before it was even mandated?
I take the decision the last Saturday, a little bit before. My friends do a pizza that they see each other, and I didn't want to go because I felt that was not good.
Yeah. Yeah, I made the decision myself for my daughter before. Hold on one second. Let me just turn this thing off. Before the school decided they were going to discontinue school, I said to my daughter, "You're not going to school. I'm not going to wait for the government to tell me, or the state to tell me whether or not, you're going to go to school." And of course, the very next day they decided no school. So Valentina, I have another question. Do you want to say something? Do you want to add something? Go ahead.
But tell me.
Oh, I can't hear you.
My mom is calling me.
Oh.
I say her no on the phone.
Do you want to put yourself on mute and call your mother? Just make sure she's okay.
No. It's no.
No, she's okay. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe I'll call your mother and see if she's okay.
Okay. So now I listen. Your voice slower.
You can. Hear, I don't know why.
Know how.
Yeah.
And now you will see my husband. No.
No, he's not going to show himself. No.
No.
Can you hear me now? Is that better?
I hear you, but lower than before.
Yeah, you're lower than before also. You sound a little bit lower, but we can still hear you. But
okay.
Okay, I think it might be better now.
Okay.
Yeah, now it's better. I can hear you.
Okay. For me, it's the same, but okay.
Okay. Tell me. Oh, go ahead. You want to say something? You go ahead. You talk, and then I
don't know how is the situation in your in the United States, but who can start right now to organize work at home. Organize smart working so you will not find yourself unprepared. And my personal advice is to start doing your job at home right now, not waiting that the situation become like this. Okay? Put your employees in a position to do so, if you can, by depending on the job you do.
That's such valuable advice. That's great. Thank you.
Because school will be closed, and a lot of family won't know how to do with their children. And this time, grandpa and grandma aren't the solution, because children are perfect means to pass the epidemic, and grandpa and grandma are the most exposed to the epidemic.
Yes.
In its most serious form, because of their age and age-related health problems.
Yes.
I work at home because my job is a job that I can do at home.
Yes.
But the first thing I
implemented that you put into place
was that my mother didn't have to take care of my baby, because my mother has a health problem.
Yes.
And my baby is a baby, so we.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it's true. It's true. And that's such great advice. That is that is unbelievable advice, especially for people that have employees or yourselves. Contact your employers and see what you can do from home so that you can stay from home. Yeah, it's work from home. That's so important. Valentina, there was some questions in the chat about we've heard on the news that the government is helping with mortgage payments and car payments, or helping people with big payments. Can you tell us about that a little bit? Is that true? Can't hear you. No te siento.
Better.
Okay. Yes.
Now you okay. Government, he's telling that it will help activities and autonomy. I don't know how to tell you. They will do something, but I don't know how, because it's news of these days. Okay, so they kind of probably stop the payment taxes or something similar, but I don't know in the specific.
Okay, but they
have to do something. They have to do something, so it's not possible,
right,
to do.
So you have heard news that the government is going to help with, because we got the news in the United States that the Italian government is telling people no mortgage payments for 2 months, no car payments for 2 months. Is that true? Is the government stepping in? And
that we listened on TV. It's the news that we listen at TV, so it's not fake news.
Okay, so it's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
But and I don't know how they will do this.
You don't know how they will do it? No, because
probably not the government said no.
Especially the poor people, you know, are they going to help keep the electricity on, or, you know, the cable on? You know, I wonder, is the government offering any kind of assistance to the people that don't have money, you know, that don't have a savings and don't have money saved to help pay bills? Have you heard anything about that? See, Valentina, you guys lives in a very affluent area of Italy, so you know there's not a lot of poor people, or like no middle class people in your area. It's very, very like high end. So she may not be like my cousin who lives in Sicily. You have more of a mix, you know, it's a more of a mix of people, where Valentina is, you don't really have much of a mix. So you don't see that aspect of it. I wish I could. Maybe my cousin Melinda might come on and tell us about what's going on in Sicily. But so yeah, that was another one of the questions. You guys, if you have any questions in the chat, I've been trying to watch the chat. We have 93 people in the chat right now. Thank you so much. If anybody has any questions, my friend Susan said, Valentina, your English is better than most English speakers. So beautiful.
Thank you so much. Probably I said something, verbal mistakes.
No, your English is beautiful. So one of the things that we talked about also, that someone had asked me, somebody sent me this picture I wanted to show you. Do you see pictures like this in your country on the news? This is an American supermarket. Look at that. That is an American supermarket.
Pictures like this on TV.
Yeah.
On TV.
Yeah.
With the respect of this distance, but not in front of my eyes, because it's from Monday that they do these things, and I didn't go out.
Right. And you haven't been out, so you haven't seen that happening in your supermarkets.
But it's so. Now it's not all over, because stupid people, the mother of stupid people, always expecting. We say is always pregnant.
Yeah.
We say in Italy, mother of stupid people.
Yeah, is always pregnant. Oh, I've never heard that expression before. So there was a YouTube video circulating.
Sorry, Donna. Io non sento niente. Si deve dare la papadina perché faccio fatica. No, perché è in diretta. Because I listen truly low.
Oh, to see. Oh, you can't hear me.
My kid is waking up, so my husband is talking to him, and if I
Do you have headphones?
I don't know.
Put your headphones on and plug them into your phone.
I try.
And
Wait a minute.
yeah, no, take your time. And Robin, thank you for the nice compliment. Your cousin makes more verbal mistakes than you do, Valentina. Nice, Robin. Nice way to like make me shine in front of my cousin. Robin. My friend Robin, she's troublemaker. She's in the chat. She's troublemaker. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so good. So one of the stories that was circulating all over Facebook and news stories, everybody was covering it, was they showed a man, I think, playing the violin on his balcony and people singing on the streets. And they say that one of the most important things is that it's airborne. So you can get it from your mouth, your nose, your mouth, and your eyes, and for everybody to stay in, don't go outside. Yet they show these people outside singing, on their balconies, and everybody's outside singing. So tell us about that. Is that true?
Yeah.
It is.
We are Italians. Yeah. After 4 days of quarantine, we go crazy.
Going crazy, yeah.
No, but yes, it's true. They organize this thing, and not in my place,
Neighborhood.
not in my community, no. But I'm not in center of the city, so I don't know if in the center they do this. They did it, but it's true. It's true, and how I told you, the day is not too dangerous because on your balcony you are with your family, so the same people with who you live, with who you don't respect the distance. You have to respect the distance with your family if you have symptom.
Yes.
Okay.
So
we are so
so unless somebody is like spitting from the balcony, you're safe because you're still with your family. And
if there is a balcony too close to another, there is the risk.
Exactly.
But the same risk that you can have when you go in a supermarket and you do your things and you have another person in front of you that
yes, exactly.
You can try to stop the passing, but not at all.
Yeah. So Valentina, I remember.
For example, yes. If you do this in an elevator alone, then another person keep the elevator. So I don't know if it's truly the way of passing, but I think so. Yes. Probably.
Yeah. Yeah. So I wanted to ask you, as far as I wanted to go back to the tourism. I know you said you're not sure if you're seeing airplanes in the sky coming in and out of Italy. Do you haven't paid attention to see if there's airplanes?
I don't pay attention. I didn't pay attention. If you want, I will do this night. Because there's always a plane that passes over here, and I will.
So I remember, coming to visit Portofino, the cruise ships they would dock way out, and then the smaller cruise ships would bring people into Portofino, because it's a small port. It's beautiful, but it's a small port, and it does not allow big cruise ships to come. Do you see cruise ships out in the ocean bringing people in for tourism at all?
No
cruises? Do you normally see big cruise ships out in the harbor with the smaller?
In Portofino, I didn't see.
No, you don't.
Because but when there is tourism and there are boats, we see it. Now there's nothing.
There's nothing.
No.
What about
no? In Portofino, everything is closed. So yes, you will. watch. You can watch Portofino, but there's nothing.
All the yachts are gone. All the yachts, all the big.
The yachts probably are parked.
Yeah.
They are parked here, but all year. All the year. Okay.
That are there all year are
Okay.
there. But there's no new yachts coming in. No. It's basically empty. Yeah, because that's one thing I remember, always so many beautiful yachts, people, the most, like I said, the most beautiful people, not beautiful people, it's the wrong word, richest people in the world, come to visit Portofino.
Rich people.
Rich people, exactly. So I don't know, is there any other questions? Yeah, she's looking now. She lives. Valentina, show them again your view. What she gets. She's looking out into the port. Look how close she is to the port, you guys. This is basically where I spent my childhood, right there. Look at that. That's Portofino. That's her view. Isn't that amazing? It's so amazing. It's so beautiful. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about? I'm trying to remember if there's anything else that we didn't cover. I just, I think it's wonderful that you were so proactive with your family and decided to just stay home even before the government.
My mother, it's not going to her mother to visit her mother.
No,
we are isolated ourselves. We have isolated ourselves.
Yeah, you have isolated yourself. And here in this country, like nursing homes. Do you have nursing homes in Italy where you put old people when? Yes.
A friend of mine has a mom in one of these nurses home, and the nurse home don't come si dice?
They're not allowing visitors.
Are suspended the visit to their parent.
Yeah, I don't know the answer to this question, but are nursing homes common in Italy, or do people take care of their elderly at home? Or is there a lot of nursing homes?
Italy is an old country.
Yes.
Old country. Yes. Okay, there's a lot. And people take care of their parents, but sometimes you can't because of a job, because of children, and here there are a lot of nurses home.
Yeah.
Here in Liguria, we are old region. There's a lot of ancient. Aspetta, me l'ero scritto, come si chiamano?
Ancient ruins.
Aged citizens.
Ancient ruins. Yes.
Ruins.
So
because a lot of people that come from Lombardy, the red zone,
yes,
come here because they have the vacation home.
Yes.
So when they stop work, they come here and pass the last years of their life here.
Yeah, so it's kind of like where I am in Palm Beach, Florida. When people retire, they come and they move to Florida. They come to
retired. Okay, I don't remember that. Okay,
yeah, to retire. Like this is a place where a lot of people. I mean, now it's become very popular with the younger generation as well. But for years, Florida was a region of the United States where people would come to retire. You know, they would have a second home and they would come to retire. And that's what you're talking about in this red zone, which is just north of you, right? How far is it from you?
We are in the north.
No,
they are
the red zone, the vacation.
Yes.
How far?
2 hours.
2 hours
by car.
Yeah, it's so close.
So close.
She's talking about an area that's yeah, God's waiting room. Exactly. It's like a vacation area. It's about 2 hours.
And when the government closed schools, a lot of people didn't understand the reason. So they did vacation on the weekend here, Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
Coming from a zone that wasn't already red, but there were a lot of cases.
Yeah.
So stupid.
Yes. 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 I was talking to my friend Dolores, who she has family in Brazil, and they called off in one region. They called off. I think I can't remember where it was. They called off school. They called off work, and everybody went to the beach.
Yeah, here.
It was like on top of each other at the beach, on the beach chairs, and they've called off because they don't want anybody to be close, and they showed pictures of the beach where
also here, Paraggi near to Portofino, close to Portofino.
See.
Like summer.
Yes.
Like summer.
Umbrella after umbrella after umbrella, everybody, the towels, on the beach, everybody grouped together at the beach, and the government had to like come in and say no.
After this kind of behaviors, they had give us rules and order. Because if you think that people will use his brain, but
stay home means stay home. It doesn't mean
stay home, not go vacation.
I know, and we're going to have this problem with my teenagers and our children now that school has been suspended, and it's for them. It's Easter break. It's spring break. They always have a week off in primavera. They'll have from school. They'll have in the springtime. They're going to want to go to the beach. We live a mile and a half from the beach. Like from beautiful beach. They're going to want to go to the beach.
They can't.
Well, they have, they haven't implemented yet a stay-home rule for us, in the United States. The President Trump yesterday made it a national, is it national disaster? What's the word, you guys? What did he implement? National alert, national disaster. I think it's disaster is the word. I'm not sure. So now we're going to see going forward what is going to be implemented for the United States. We don't know. Right now, people are just crazy buying whatever they can buy, just
also here there is something, some people that still has panic. It's a situation that we can control, but not at all. So I can understand the panic, but you don't have to be egoist.
Yeah. State of emergency.
If you go in a supermarket and you take everything you find, the people will come after you.
It's not fair. It's not nice to take it all.
No.
Everything. Leave some for people.
Here, you didn't. You now here you can't find protective mask.
Yes.
No. Nobody in the pharmacy. No. No one can buy it, but probably there are people with no problem that have at home 10 masks, and a person with the immune system problem can have a mask. This is the egoism.
Yeah. So what are some other things that you can't find available, ready available in the stores for you? What are some other things? Just the mask, anything else that
the mask, you have some, you have difficult to find something to disinfect.
Yes, like
Okay,
bleach.
soap,
Bleach?
yes, soap you find.
Soap.
But alcoholic solution to
Yeah.
disinfect
Yeah.
is more difficult to find it. And
Bleach.
bleach, I don't know what it means.
Come si dice bleach? Dana is in the chat. She speaks Italian. Bleach. You use it to clean white clothes. Sometimes you use it to clean the pool. Come si dice bleach? Ask your husband.
Bleach, sai cosa vuol dire, Sergio? Non lo cerchi? I asked my husband to do the research.
Yeah, bleach. I can't remember how to translate that word.
B-L-E-A-C-H.
Clorox.
No.
Clorox.
Cloro.
Bandina. She's saying bandina.
L'hai trovato?
High
No,
thumb.
vabbè, cercalo.
Cartagena.
Candeggina. This kind of solution is difficult to find.
It's not available. It's not available in the stores. No.
I hope that they will do the rifornimento.
Yeah.
Rifornimento, they will, okay.
Yeah, replenish the supplies.
Supplies, okay.
Yeah, replenish the supplies, yeah. And yeah, okay. Well, I don't know. Does anybody have any other questions in the chat? Junk and Data Girl says a pack of toilet paper lasts 2 weeks. Not in my house. Not with all these teenagers. Could be in Spanish. Yeah. So, Valentina, hydrogen peroxide works, Steve said. Yeah. I'm just reading some of the things that are in the chat. How often is the grocery open? The grocery store is open on is like regular hours, Valentina. Supermercato is open.
They are regularly open, but are closed on the weekend. Saturday and Sunday, they're closed.
Now, is that typical? Is it always closed on Saturday and Sunday, or just now during?
No. Now.
Just now.
Just now.
It's usually open.
Yeah.
What about government offices? What about government offices, like people that work?
If you have to go to the government offices, you can't. Only for necessary service, and a lot of service you can use it online. Use
the internet. Things like if somebody has to renew driver's license, passaporto, things like that. Are those services available? Are they open in Italy? Is the government issuing, those?
I don't know. For sure, there is there are person in the government offices. So if you call, they tell you if you can do these things or not. Or probably they, for passport, probably yes, but now you don't. You can't go away from the.
So you can't get on a plane and say,
other country close the. Sorry, because my uncle is writing me on our WhatsApp chat. He's telling me that he's looking at me, and he tells me that they have closed the restaurant for 2 weeks in Tenerife, Spain.
Luigi.
Yes.
Hello, Luigi.
And at the moment, they are all at home.
Yeah.
And they are waiting for an announcement of the president of the government after the extraordinary council of ministers.
Yes.
I hope to translate. Okay.
No, you did great, Luigi. Okay. So he's watching. He's watching right now.
He's watching you. He's watching us.
Luigi, ho mandato la tua moglie un messaggio su Facebook. Dice che mi chiama. Su Facebook, to look on Facebook, Luigi, because I wanted to ask her. Her English is beautiful also. They live on the island of
my uncle, my uncle Simona.
Simona. Her English is beautiful.
My aunt.
Yeah, Simona. So I sent Simona a message yesterday because I wanted to have her on. So they live on the beautiful island of this is another one of my cousins. They live on the beautiful island of Tel Aviv, which is off the coast of Spain. And yeah, so hopefully I'll have her tomorrow. I'm going to see if she'll join me, and we'll find out what's going on the island. And I was just asking you yesterday what was going on there. Remember, I was asking you, and you weren't sure, like, what measures the government had taken. So hopefully if she gets back to me, you guys, tomorrow, maybe around the same time, I'll have another live chat with my cousin in a different part of the world. And we'll see what's going on there, which is really interesting. This is good stuff. Thank you, Donatella and Valentina. Thank you, John Jones. I'm so happy to be able to bring it you. Yeah, so here I will delete. Try not to put any kind of words about the epidemic in the chat, you guys. That would be great, because I don't want to get my channel suspended. They're being very, very strict. YouTube and the FDC is being very, very strict with what's being discussed, even though it's just a chat with my cousin. They're being very, very strict about it. Hi, Thelma. Thank you for being here. Okay, so what were we talking about when Luigi? Yes, you guys, I have a cousin Luigi. I don't have a cousin Mario. Actually, I do. I have a cousin Mario, but he's very distant. He's a very distant cousin from my father's side. Oh my gosh, I feel like I have so many questions for you because, okay, so no one can fly. That's what I was saying. No one can fly out of the country. No one can fly out. Like, you can't say, oh my God,
I think so. I know that other country stop the contact with us.
They stopped contact with you?
A lot of country, yeah. I don't know how many, but quanti paesi? Quasi tutti.
Well,
nobody wants Italian in their country.
Well, I can tell you honestly that the President of the United States yesterday, during his address to the nation, when he declared a national emergency, he mentioned Italy and said, our prayers are with Italy, or we have Italy, keeping Italy in our hearts, or something like that. Like, the President of the United States has not forgotten about Italy. He's, he showed concern about what's what's
but
happening.
In my opinion, now nobody has to move. So for me now, the contact with other country, yes, it's an economic problem, okay, but if we all die, there will be no economic problem. So now it's not a problem of interconnection.
Yeah. And
I understand that there are a lot of aspects, because now we are all interconnected for foods, for everything. But come si dice mi riferisco? I refer to a vacation holiday or jobs, traveling. It's not the moment.
Yes. Now, what about all the beautiful islands off the coast of Italy? Le Isole Olie, Capri, all these beautiful islands. They're governed under the Italian government, so they are also they are isolated on the islands.
They have to respect the rules like us. Yeah. I don't know the situation on the islands, but I'm sure that epidemic will arrive.
Yeah, but they haven't talked about it, how bad it is on the islands or anything.
No, I don't know everything. No, I don't know. I don't know.
No, because those are such, beautiful, beautiful islands. My gosh, and the
The
tourists.
problem of the island is that if we have the possibility to transfer a patient from an hospital to another, we have all the peninsula. In the island, the hospital are a little number.
Small hospitals, little, like a.
If you compare with the peninsula.
Yes, they're like an urgent care, just a little, like a little facility that helps with little things, not big epidemic things.
And with the epidemic, heart attacks don't stop. So if you have to take care of an epidemic patient, we can have the necessity to care about a person with a stroke, for example.
Yes.
So other problems continue to exist.
Yes.
But beds are these.
Yeah. So they're saying in the chat, if there's somebody in Italy and they are U.S. citizens, they are allowed to fly out of Italy to come back to the United States. That's for two weeks once back in the USA. So
it's more a problem of United States if you want to receive a person who live here now.
Yeah. So Robertina, my other cousin, her husband is in the Bahamas working, and he can't fly back home to Italy. He has to stay in the Bahamas. He's not allowed to come back home. So yeah, you're not accepting. It looks like you're not accepting people. And Valentina, what about the trains? Like the train travel? I mean, I know I traveled.
Beautiful train.
Oh, your beautiful trains. I mean, I traveled from Sicily all the way up to Portofino by train. It's, your trains are absolutely beautiful. And then you can go on and on to Switzerland.
Are you sure that our trains are beautiful?
I remember it from years ago, when I was years ago, it was a beautiful train.
They start cleaning our train. They start cleaning our train in this situation, but initially, trains were empty.
Trains are empty.
Well, yeah. Now there is a lot of movement, a bit of more movement on trains, but it's so difficult to respect the rules on the train because you don't know how many people will go in.
Yeah. So my friend Steve has a question. Do the windows open on the trains and on the bus? I mean, from what I remember, they opened on the train.
In the regional, it's perhaps. But for example, in the intercity or here we call Frecciarossa, train of another level.
Yes, like a transit.
High speed.
Transit, yeah, high speed. Okay.
Yeah, like there is no the possibility to open the window.
Right. And the trains in Italy, you can take over the border. Italy touches so many other countries. So you can go to so many different countries. Are they really patrolling the borders? Are the borders closed and they're not letting people from Switzerland and other countries come into Italy, like at the borders as well?
They control at the borders. There are controls. And now I think that they can go over.
They can? No, they can't. Yeah, because it's not for Italy, especially, I mean, we have Canada, that we touch, but for Italy, it touches so many other countries, and you can travel, from so many.
Yeah. But for work, you are allowed. For work, you are allowed. But I don't know if the other country allowed that Italian people entering.
Okay, so what you're saying is other countries like Switzerland would allow, so Italy would allow someone from Switzerland to come in through the border. It would be okay, but
for jobs, yeah,
for jobs. But Switzerland, of course, is not going to receive people from Italy.
I think, but I'm not sure because I told you I don't watch a lot of TV about this because I don't have a specific interest, because I don't have people that have to do it.
Yeah. So Melissa W., thank you for joining, honey. We're almost wrapping it up. This has been so enlightening. We're going to probably come to a close. We've been on for an hour and 25 minutes. And I just want to thank everybody who came into the chat. And I see Misty saying to Steve to please delete your message. And I don't see what message it was. Steve, if you can go back, and if there's any kind of words in there that are not suitable for the chat, if you could delete them, please, I would really appreciate it. So Claudia, oh, look, I'm saying it in the Italian way, Claudia. In English, we say Claudia, and in Italian, we say Claudia.
Claudia.
So Claudia said, thanks, I learned a lot, is what she said. Maybe a follow-up in a week. Yes, Jeff, that would be great. I'll ask Valentina to join us in about a week. Do you want to show my beautiful cousin on camera? Show everybody how beautiful your baby is?
No.
Not your husband. Your husband's
no, not yours.
There he is. Hey, baby. Look at how happy he is, you guys. Hey, Mama. He's always smiling. Always smiling. He's so beautiful. You're so blessed.
I have to recharge the phone.
Okay. Okay, and this is he's adorable. He's absolutely adorable. Valentina, Betty's giving you some beautiful flowers. Can you see the chat, Valentina? I don't know if you can see it on your phone. Can you see?
No, I can see.
You can see.
I can't see.
Okay. Never Ending Saga said seeing the baby made his day. So that was really sweet. Everybody's saying thank you so much for your time. And then maybe you can put me on your schedule, maybe next Saturday, if you're available at the same time, 11 o'clock on Saturday. If you have time, Valentina, we can come back and do a follow-up and see how things are going. And, you can tell us what, if anything has changed, and who starts the rumors about banded words? I don't know, Thelma. I'm just kind of going along with the masses when it comes to that there are banded words. I know I did a video that did not get monetized, and that word was mentioned a couple of times, and I had to ask for a review. So I'm kind of half believing it. Anyways, okay, Valentina. Bellezza. Isn't she beautiful, you guys? Isn't she? She's so beautiful. I just want to thank you so much for coming on. And you guys, I'll try to bring Valentina back again next Saturday at 11 o'clock Eastern. We'll get a follow-up. And just, I'm going to get in touch with my cousin Luigi and see if he can come live with us maybe tomorrow at 11 o'clock. He's off the coast of Spain. And we see what's going on the island there. And Valentina, thank you. Valentina, stay on. I'm going to go off live. I'm going to say goodbye to everybody. You stay on.
Okay.
And I'll talk to you in just a minute. Okay, everybody's saying ciao, Valentina. Ciao, ciao.
Hi.
Guys, thanks for joining.